It is said there is no place like home, no replica like the wild. But it is not easy going back once you've been exiled. Although light impact on the world and Earth still spins the same, the previous home for some was hell, so for some their worlds have changed. From trade for animal testing to boats for illegal trade, many were pets that could not be commit to, and that's how the zoo was made. Today they're lots to learn from, united by their pasts forever. And although a weird and random bunch, they thrive and flock together. It is 9 o'clock in the morning, and Wally is up early searching for truffles. His modest June of a garden enables him to dig and explore, as he would in his agrarian rice terrace habitat of Vietnam. In his native province, Wally was historically seen as a symbol for joy, satiety, and wealth. Today, he retires at the wildlife park as an unwanted expat. The repercussions of domestically bred animals entail a delicate dependency on humans and, in the case of boar livestock, a clumsy anatomy. Unfortunately, Wally's excess of facial tissue renders him blind, so the team at the AWCP are challenged with alternative approaches to his sensory enrichment. Sometimes, Wally may be given herbs and flavoured teas to smell, or a puzzle to earn his dinners. His favourite delicacy is hibiscus, offcuts of which are kindly provided by the Botanic Gardens to keep his lordship satisfied. Surprisingly, pigs are very sanitary individuals. Wally is dedicated to maintaining a segregated bedroom and bathroom area in his home, and often requires a groom from our keepers to keep his hair clean and tangle-free. He has a neighbour, another ex-pet called Serenito, who Wally has made quite clear he would rather keep at a trotter's length than have snuffling around in his personal space. Serenito is sadly ailed with Cushing's disease and dermatitis. However, despite the vet meds and various emollients prescribed, classic Sudocrem is appearing to be his saving grace. Both pigs at the AWCP live a simple life, a bliss many of us can only strive for and dream about. Long, cosy naps are interspersed between 3 flavourful and nutritious meals a day. Food is an imperative constituent to the pig's day. Wally and Serenito love their scran and eat like there's no tomorrow. However, it is not just the macrocosm of pigs that orbit around the novelty of good cuisine. The core mantle of the lemur world also appears to boil down to a simple structure of fruit, sap, and sweet potato. Just like us, the brown lemurs at the Alameda Wildlife Park have a preference for the sweeter things in life: sweet corn, sweet peppers, and sweet potato. For dinner, they have specialised pellets soaked in apple juice, which they love. The elderly father in the pack, Papa, must be hand-fed, otherwise his son and daughter will outcompete him for food. In lemurs, the female is in charge. In this case, Papa's daughter Boo. This is visible in her hefty weight and often bossy behaviour. Like Wally, the brown lemurs here were ex-pets to a private garden in France. They have never lived in the wild, and this is reflected by their gentle behaviour and comfort around humans. When their owner passed away, they were moved to a rescue centre in the Netherlands before retiring here in Gibraltar. There are over 100 lemur species in the wild, most of which are endangered. They can only be found in Madagascar, where they live socially in a matriarchy. It is important for these complex primates to remain active and cognitively stimulated. The keepers at the AWCP very often play games with these animals that train their obedience and coordination. Only positive reinforcement is used in training. This is in the form of a treat, and if the animal does not want to play, then they don't have to. Training spans throughout the zoo, from the birds to the macaques, and is a great way to educate the animals whilst providing them with fun entertainment. It is needless to say that some of the animals at the AWCP have no issue entertaining themselves. A number of individuals have sneakily started their own projects out of the public eye, which they routinely work on in silence, whereas others have plenty to say. To the observer, the linguistic artistry of the zoo's parrots may just look like a tangle of gibberish. But within their flock, it is a highly scrutinised dialogue of love, intellect and politics. Parrots mimic their surroundings and each other to fit in with the flock and share important information with us. Like curious students, they love to learn, and they use their vocal prowess for interactive opportunity and to communicate things. Unfortunately, many species of this intelligent bird are currently threatened by habitat loss and over-exploitation in the pet trade. They are messy and destructive flock animals that require large amounts of vegetation and interaction to remain satisfied. Every single parrot at the AWCP is an unwanted ex-pet, and they regularly vocalise the history of things they've learned and heard, from text message sounds to greetings to the occasional cuss word. The zoo takes pride in being able to socialise these African greys, most of which are unrelated and come from completely different places. This species of parrot can learn up to 1,000 words and thus serve as a poignant reminder to visitors of bird intellectual capacity and value. For other animals, productivity poses more of a challenge. Every day, the animals at the AWCP receive enrichment. This could be a puzzle that requires them to forage for their food, a toy, or a new scent, texture, and music. It is fortunate these animals are blissfully ignorant of the outer world. Their biggest hindrance is a late serving of dinner, and their greatest fear is a visit from the depths. Had these tamarins been raised in their native home, the story of their lives would probably look a lot shorter and unhappier. The Amazon rainforest is diminishing every day, resulting in widespread homelessness of numerous species, including the cotton-top tamarin, which is now critically endangered and can only rely on breeding programs to keep them thriving. Kenko, Florence, Catalina and Frank are 4 siblings and surplus offspring from a breeding program participated in by their mother. They now retire at the Alameda, and although not being bred themselves, they serve as a flagship species for visitors regarding the world's wider ecological matters and raise awareness on sustainability. Right now, the 2 biggest enemies of the Amazon are cattle ranching and the meat industry. Livestock all around the world are bred in excessive numbers and fed copious amounts of soy from huge plantations in the Amazon in order to keep up with the ever-increasing demand for meat in the catering industry. The clearance of rainforest for soy monoculture has devastated the livelihoods of millions in this biodiverse region of the world and has weakened the Earth's carbon capture by removing plants that sequester carbon dioxide. This gas is instead looming freely in the atmosphere and trapping the sun's rays, making the Earth warmer and threatening the existence of a further number of species globally. When you purchase an admission ticket for the AWCP, a portion of your payment is donated to Amazon-based organisations such as the Mountain Marmoset Project and a Colombian charity that restores rainforest in the Amazon in effort to rescue cotton-top tamarins in the wild. We have now reached the end of another day, and everyone is going to bed. Every enclosure here has a shelter, and almost everyone a bed in a heated house. However, despite this, some animals prefer to sleep out under the stars and embrace the inviting Mediterranean air of the evening. Tomorrow will be another day in safety, with new activities to do, visitors to watch. It is exhausting being such a valuable asset to the field of conservation and education here in Gibraltar.